is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. Coming to y'all with that analysis today. We're going to talk about another rookie that has some high potential, some high praise, and a lot of people interested in where is he going to go, what is his upside, what he can do and bring to a team right now, and what he can be potentially in the NBA in the future as he is a young prospect. And today we're going to talk about the one, the only, long, lanky, quick, and slithery, smooth shooting Jaden Mcdaniels, a guy that has some of the best upside in this draft. Only 19 years old, a legitimate, possibly 6'11 wingspan, and height of 6'9", 200 pounds. That is a massive, long, lanky, towering person, and it's scary what he can do already. Just because his ability to have confidence in his jump shot, a guy that's not scared to handle the ball, a guy that can handle the ball, get to spots, knock down mid-range, but not only that, knock down threes off the dribble, even spot up threes off the ball, which is essential nowadays in the NBA because a lot of times you do want your wings in the corners and being able to lock and load and get the shot up and knock it down. And Jaden Mcdaniels has done that so far in his career. But the thing that makes him so good is that he can create his own offense from time to time. The problem with that is he's not that strong and he's not that powerful right now because even at the college level, he struggled taking contact at the rim and getting to the rim and finishing. Now, from time to time, he uses his length to keep him in the air to be able to re-acrobat that layup to get it in. You don't want to work that hard to score, and you don't want to have to readjust too much because that makes the shot lower and lower percentage just because you're doing more to retort just to get the shot off, which means you're not getting it off clean. And that's one of the biggest struggles with Jaden McDaniels. A lot of his shots are tough and contested, and that's not the diet that you want your star player to live on just because you want them to have easier and smarter shots, not shots that they have to force up or take. And at the NBA level, he may not have to do that because he will be playing with better teammates and better talent. Not only that, if he goes later in the draft, which some people have him possibly doing, he will be going to a better team, which means he may not even have to do that at all. He might just have to find a role and fit in, and that could hurt him as a star potentially, but it would also make him a great complementary player and a guy that can complement offenses and defenses while also not being needed and required to do heavy lifting. Maybe an easy way for him to come into the league, get his confidence up, and also work on the small little things that he hasn't done in college to polish those things up and be more prepared as seasons go on, and then he can become an integral part of a team. So I love watching him play just because he has something that's unique. He is a unique type of player, and guys like this usually take a couple years to develop just because they got to work on the little small fundamentals and aspects of the game, like becoming better playmakers, passers, scorers, and finding ways to create high efficiency shots, which guys like KD struggle with a little bit, Ingram struggle a little bit, and guys that length usually do just because of the speed and size and the strength of the game. And the main reason why I say that is most forwards in the league are big and quick nowadays because of athleticism, and that's just how the game is. So he's not going to be able to make an immediate, efficient impact into several years into his career, which isn't a bad thing because he is a 19-year-old and he has never played at an NBA level. Plus, if he really does go second round or late first round, you're not really taking a big gamble because you're not paying him a lot of money. Plus, you're giving him a cheap contract for more years. And on top of that, that allows you to develop him. And even if he doesn't become a star right away, you can always lock him down as a restricted free agent, and then you can usually develop him continuously and have him for a couple more years, not on a ridiculous contract. But we have seen players of his style be bust, and we have seen players of his style become some of the best players in the NBA, regardless of conferences. So that's the risk that you will have to take if you want Jaden McDaniels on your team. And like they say, he might be a high risk player, but you also get a high reward, especially later in the draft when you usually get either a bust, a guy that doesn't want to come over, or a guy that doesn't even play 3 to 4 years in the NBA. But at least with Jaden McDaniel, you see flashes of what he can be, and with hard coaching and continuing to help him develop throughout systems, and if you got him playing the G League, it might be humbling, but at the same time, that hunger is what you want out of your players. You want them to feel like they can get better. You want them to feel like they got more work to put in, and you want them to feel like they're not done just yet. And that's the challenge of wanting to be and stay and become great in the NBA. And I think that he has those characteristics. It's just about finding the right team that's going to allow him to play and grow through his growing pains and be who he is in the future. But that's going to come with losses. That's going to come with frustration. And sometimes the coaches in the organization might want to give up on them. But you got to ride the course, the roller coaster up and down, and really grind with them. So he's one of those guys where it matters where he gets drafted at. It matters what role he has. And it matters how they utilize him if he's really going to become one of the best players in the league. And the fact that you is getting him so late in the draft, possibly, he is one of those guys that has upside of being one of the best players in the league, and that's something that you usually don't get in the late first round to second round. So you do have another guy in this draft that if you give him 3 to 4 years, maybe you can see a great return, but also you can see a guy that can possibly be in the league just because of his potential and also never reaching it and becoming a disappointment by what his skill sets and his body have shown that they can possibly do. But his shot selection is a little shaky. That's going to be a red flag. His strength and his finishing ability is very concerning. But also, you really can't teach a guy that can handle the ball at 6'9" and can get a mid range to a 3-point shot and is even fast and quick enough to get out in transition and hit mid range threes and get to the basket and possibly finish with layups or dunks. And he is a guy that can potentially be a good free throw shooter too, which means if he does get to the basket or get knocked around, he might just be able to get to the free throw line and make those pretty consistently in the future also. So he is a good guy. He is a guy that has the skills and the things that you may want in a future star, but it's going to take a long development process, and it's going to take a team that's really loved and committed to seeing him be the best version of himself. And right now, we live in an era where guys want you to be good right now. Guys want you to show signs quickly, and people want you to show that you're not a bust. And as soon as they see 1 or 2 years of you not being great, they're quickly labeling you a bust. They quickly throwing you under the bus, and they quickly give up on you. If you want this guy, it's going to be years before he actually becomes something special and even a starter, just because he has a lot of little small things he needs to get right before he is a quality NBA starter in the league. And then again, that's the gamble that you have to take if you want to star. Giannis took a while. Ingram took a while. Michael Porter still hasn't done it in these years. And he had to be a guy that was high risk just because of the back injury, but the team took a gamble on him and he looks good. So it's going to take time. It's going to take patience. And as long as you understand that, and as long as you feel that he is a guy that you just can't teach height, you just can't teach a 6'11" wingspan, and the fact that he actually does have good confidence and good stroke, hey, this could be one of the steals of the draft, especially later in the draft when you're going to get a lot of role players at best, or a lot of guys that's not going to play, and a lot of guys that should be or will be bust. At least you got a guy with star potential if you develop and be patient with them. So, in my personal opinion, I would draft him. I would take that gamble because his upside is enormous. His potential is enormous. And it's not like he's 23, 24 years old. This is a guy that's still a teenager right now and have upside of gold. This is a guy that you can follow that rainbow and it could lead you to a pot of gold. And you don't really have those opportunities and those chances in the draft, especially later. So I would draft him. I would take a gamble on him. And with the right team and the right coach and the right organization, maybe we can find a diamond in the rough. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Check out my website at analysisPlayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page at analysisPlayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that liked on Facebook. Like the video if you already liked it. Thanks for loving the support. If you haven't, like and share the video because that always helps. I also make videos, discussion just like this. I do cover Summer League. I do cover the draft, free agency, trade deadline, playoff predictions, and I do make videos every single day. I try to. So if you love basketball, you can't get enough, you need that content, you even need the breakdowns of rookies, legends, and players, this is the channel for you as I try to cover it as much as I can. And I do try to cover the latest news around the league, depending on the importance of it. So Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone. Let me know if he's a buzz, is he overrated, underrated. Let me know how y'all feel because I read every comment. And on top of that, Quinn Wade, basketball analysis gone. Let me know what you guys think about Jaden Mcdaniels and the future of his NBA career.